Hey everyone, Joe here. Well, one of the questions I get asked a lot is what lenses do I recommend for people's cameras? And well, I haven't made a video on this in quite a while, probably about almost 2 years now since I made my last video. So I thought, it's about time I actually make an updated video since there are actually some new lenses out since then. And talk about what lenses I recommend. Now, this video is going to be centered around, your Canon 80D, even Canon Rebel series cameras, all the way up to like your 7D Mark II or 2 that's out right now. So, all the APS-C bodies from Canon, the crop sensor bodies. And so, anyway, this is going to be the lenses I recommend. Everybody has their own opinions. Most all of these lenses I've actually used and actually own. So I thought I'd give a pretty good opinion about them. And not to mention, I'm going to be doing this so it's like starting off your budget lenses, the ones that most everybody can afford. If you can afford a DSLR, you can afford some of these budget lenses I'm going to recommend, all the way up to some that's a little bit more pricier, just a peak above $500. So let's get in here and kind of talk about this and see what lenses I recommend. Okay, everyone, well, here we are. Now, the first lens I'm going to recommend is probably the one everybody already has anyway, and that is the Canon EFS 18 to 55mm STM. This is your basic kit lens. Now, everybody always wants to know, hey, what lens do I need? You know what? The best lens that you can use is the one you have, and since most people already have this one, it's obviously the one I'm going to recommend. Now, if your older lens has gotten broken, damaged, or something other, and you're looking to upgrade your 18 to 55, but don't want to spend too much, but getting a higher priced lens, then get this certified refurbished one here. It's going currently at the time of making this video $105. So if you're going to be buying this lens, like I bought it for the review, and this is the one I got, yeah, $105 for the certified refurbished. Got a 90-day warranty. You can't beat that. Like I said, the best lens you can use is the one you have. So if you want the basic lens, this is it. It's a pretty decent little kit lens, in my honest opinion. Now, a lot of people want a zoom, telephoto zoom lens for various reasons. Maybe they're going to the zoo, want to take photos and stuff. Maybe the kids are playing like some baseball games and stuff outside, and people want to be able to zoom in closer. Well, the best zoom lens on a budget is the Canon EFS 55 to 250. Now, this is an STM lens also, so it has really good accurate autofocus and everything. But this lens is also very affordable and very light. Now, this one currently is going $149.90 at the time of making this video for the certified refurbished. If you're going to be buying it, then get this one, because why spend all the money on one if you can just get this one and it work very well. Now, don't let the price fool you. This is actually a very good, optically very, very good lens. So if you want something that's actually really decent, this lens actually is priced pretty low for the performance you get. It's actually a really exceptionally good lens. So, like I said, if you're going to do the telephoto lens, you're on a budget, do look into this one. I don't think you'll be hurt at all. Like I said, it's a basic budget lens, but optically, it's actually really, really good. Now, maybe you don't want two lenses. Maybe you want one lens for traveling or just general shooting and stuff. Well, then get the EFS 18 to 135. I have this lens. It's really, really good. Performance-wise, it's about as good as the 18 to 55. But the thing you get with this one is you don't really need two lenses because it goes from 18mm up to 135. And this is the Nano USM lens. And I got to tell you that the autofocus on this lens is amazing. You really, really cannot beat it. And this is also the one I got, the international version, which is basically it's a full-fledged Canon lens, but the only warranty you really get is like through a zotting. So in case it messes up, you have like 30 days to return it. But really, you shouldn't have any problem with this. These are always really stable, really good performing, and actually really good quality lenses overall. Like I said, I got this lens. I use it. Really do like it. And if you're looking for what they call a super zoom, which is any lens that goes from 18 to 135 or further, then this is probably one of the better super zooms and a great travel lens. So if you're looking for one lens to kind of rule them all, then do look into this one. I think you'll be highly pleased with the image quality and stuff that you get for it, especially considering the price and that it's a super zoom. Okay, so as you can see, I purchased this lens right here January 23rd, 2014. So it's been a while since I've had this one, and I still use this lens, and I still do like it. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about doing another review on this lens, since this was the actual first lens I reviewed on my channel, and my way I did reviews and stuff back then wasn't the best in the world. So I'm thinking about going back and doing a re-review on this lens. It's such a good lens. Now, I use this lens. I like it. It's sharp. I did have some issues with it when the ADD first come out. That was only because the firmware needed updated in the lens. But I got the USB dock for Sigma and have had no other problems with it whatsoever. It's very accurate, very sharp lens. I have took some amazing photos with this lens and highly recommend it. Now, it's priced a little bit more than, say, your 18 to 135, and obviously priced a little bit more than your 18 to 55. But optically, this is actually an extremely good lens. And this, in my honest opinion, is probably the best APS-C lens that you can get for this price. And well, actually, it's probably one of the better APS-C lenses you can get for at the moment anyway. And like I said, I don't recommend a lot of Sigma lenses, but I love this lens, and I do highly recommend this lens a lot. Okay, well, if you're going to spend a little bit more on your basic lens, you probably want to spend a little bit more than, say, like the $149 for the 55 to 250. And a good upgrade step up from that lens is the Tamron 70 to 210. Now, this is a constant aperture of f4, so it's a really decent lens. You can still do a lot of portraits and stuff with this lens, so don't be thinking, hey, I'd rather have the f2.8 one because, I need the extra depth of field. In my honest opinion, since I actually do have the f2.8 lens, the G2, there isn't a lot of difference between f4 and f2.8. What you get with this lens is a lot lower price, since the f2.8 G2 lens is around $1,200. This one's only $800, so you save $400. Plus, you also save a lot of weight. And so I really do recommend this lens. It's a great lens, and not to mention, if you decide to go full frame, this lens is a full frame lens, so you can carry this lens with you when you upgrade. So I really do recommend this lens. It's optically a really good performer. Got weather sealing, all the things you really want. And Tamron just makes some really good, excellent lenses. And so I really do recommend this one if somebody's looking for something a lot better, or just a step up anyway from the 55 to 250 STM from Canon. Do look into this lens. I highly do recommend it. Now, if you do want the f2.8 lens, it's also listed down in my Amazon store page also. Now let's talk about wide-angle lenses. There's a lot of reasons to get wide-angle lenses, especially if you love HDR photography. They seem to be the staple lens for good HDR photos, getting you that wide angle for nice landscape photos and everything of that nature. And I really do like them. And also a lot of vloggers and people who do video really like them because you can get the camera in really close. And that way you can actually handhold your camera. And well, the Canon EFS 10 to 18 here is a great lens for that. Now, this is a very light lens, so it's not very heavy. You're not worried about wearing your shoulders or your arms out more than you are holding a DSLR anyway all day if you want to do vlogging and stuff. And like I said, it's pretty decent design. The only thing is, I think for the price, it could be a little bit cheaper, but you really can't get too much better on the lens. $279 is about the baseline for this one. Most all these other lenses or wide angles are priced higher than this. Wide angle lenses is just kind of that hard lens to actually design and keep the price down. But if you're looking for a budget lens, for wide angle, the Canon EFS 10 to 18 is the best way to go currently. And like I said, I really do recommend it. Now, if you're looking for a lens better than that one, then you got to spend a little bit more money. The Tamron 10 to 24 is an amazing lens, 6-year limited USA warranty. 6-year warranty, folks. You really can't beat that. And it's a really good seller, and it's just one of the best wide-angle lenses on the market, period, for APS-C cameras. And I got to tell you, I've tested this lens out. I really do like this lens, and it's on my list to get to replace my older Canon 10 to 22. So, like I said, I've tested it out. I do like it. It's on my list as well to get. So, if you want a really good lens, this is the one to get. And I highly, highly do recommend it, especially for wide angles and stuff. Now, let's talk about prime lenses. Well, prime lenses can get expensive, but I have two here that I do recommend. The one I recommend right here is the EFS 24mm f 2.8 STM lens. Why? Because it's so darn cheap at $120, currently going for $129. This price is normally $149. I said you always find this lens for like under $150. It is a really, really good lens, and don't be surprised by its shape, small lens element in it. It is optically a really, really amazing lens. And like I said, it's so light you could throw it in any camera bag and not even know it's there. So, which is one of the reasons I highly recommend, because it doesn't take up any weight, doesn't take up any size in your camera bag, and like I said, you can carry it with you. So it's affordable and also fits a good size to be carried around any camera bag as extra lens. We need a little bit wider prime lens and stuff. Now, here we go. The Canon EF 50mm f1.8 STM lens. Probably the most amazing lens that I've ever used for only $125. And I gotta tell you, wow, do check this lens out. Do get this lens. If you want to get any kind of portraits and stuff, want to step up your portrait game, or just want a really, really good 50mm STM lens, or 50mm lens in general, get this one. I highly recommend this one so much because optically it's on up there with Canon's L lens. But it's only $125. You really, really cannot beat the price here. The price performance on this lens is amazing. This is just an outstanding lens. I've took so many great portraits with it, and I cannot recommend it enough. It's just that good. So if you don't have this lens, what are you waiting for? Get it. This is the lens to get. And like I said, I highly, highly recommend it. If you like this video, then you may also like Ashampoo Backup Pro. Backup Pro can back up and restore individual files or entire operating systems safely and securely. Backup support auto updates and can either be stored locally on network drives or in the cloud. Learn more by clicking the link in the description below. Okay, everyone. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you do like these suggestions for lenses and stuff. Like I said, I pretty much own most all these except for just a couple. And I've tested all of them out there for fantastic lenses. I love them. They're great lenses. And like I said, these are probably the best lenses you're going to get to go with your Canon APS-C cameras. Now, I know a lot of people probably won't go cheaper. It's hard to go cheaper on some of these. The basic 18 to 55 and 55 to 250 for Canon is basically your basic budget lenses. They're decent. They're good. They're great to work with and grow with. And when you want to get something better, well, I listed about this 17 to 70 for Sigma, and of course the 70 to 210 from Tamron are great steps up. So anyway, that's it. That's the lenses I recommend. Like I said, when new lenses and stuff come out and I get to test new lenses and stuff, I'll update this list. But pretty much for the rest of 2018 now? It's been a while since I made this last video. This is the lenses I recommend for anybody. So do check these lenses out. I think you'll be very happy with these lenses if you own a Canon camera. Like I said, these are for mostly for APS-C. A couple of these will be are able to be used on full frames though. So like I said, if you like these lenses, do check out in my Amazon store link down in the description below. My Amazon store page has a lot of items like this, everything from camera straps to computer equipment, all sorts of type of photography and videography and audio stuff. So if you're interested in any of that, or like these lenses, for example, do check out. I keep a link down in my Amazon store, and I like to kind of hunt on Amazon, find the lowest prices on these, and get you the best deals when buying stuff. So anyway, that's it for this video. If you think this video is helpful, how about giving me a thumbs up? A thumbs up's always highly appreciated. And if you're not a subscriber to my channel yet, go ahead and take time to subscribe. Subscribing is free. It's for you. I'll let you know when I release more videos. Until next time, everyone, thank you for watching.